which is randomly distributed to students of the Department of Electrical Engineering of YCU. A total of 41 samples are collected and statistically analyzed. So this is the hypothesis. In this study, we put 4 hypotheses and in one, student salary expectations are generally higher than the market average. 2, students who prefer longer working hours expect higher salaries. 3, students with good academic performance expect higher salaries. 4, students who plan to study abroad or go to abroad work expect higher salaries. Also list the sample data and information. For the first picture, the age of the respondents is mainly between 19 and 22 years old, of which 19 years old is the most popular option. The gender distribution is mainly male, accounting for more than 70%. Although the number of samples is not large, but it can still reflect the trend of some students in the Department of Electrical Engineering. The results are directly stored out here, which show that most students prefer 8 to 9 hour work for the working hours, and the salary is expected to concentrated in 1,401 to 1,600 NT dollars. And for a high paying group, more than 1,900 NT dollars, the distribution of working hours is more diverse. Even more than 10 hours, it can be concluded that the higher the salary expectations, the more willing students are to accept longer working hours. Also, this shows the academic performance. It can be seen from this figure that there is a positive correlation between grades and salary expectations. And the correlation coefficient is about 0.35. In other words, the better the academic performance, the higher the expectations of students' salary. This is in line with the logic of daily life. Students think that their investment in academic effort should be rewarded. In terms of study abroad plans, the salary expectations of students planning to work abroad are relatively high, especially concentrated in the two ranges of 1,401 to 1,500 NT dollars and 1,501 to 1,600 NT dollars, and even the proportion of more than 1,900 NT dollars is not small. It is more in line with the expectations before the beginning of the research. In abstract, for students who stay to work in Taiwan, the salary expectations are more distributed in the three ranges of 1,301 to 1,400 NT dollars, 1,401 to 1,500 NT dollars, and 1,501 to 1,600 dollars. But you can see that the proportion of stereo expansion is over $1,900. The proportion is same as the range 1,501 to $1,600. This also shows that the students are optimistic about staying and working in Taiwan. For discussion, student salary expectations are generally higher than the market average, showing that there is a gap, and students are generally optimistic. Salary is positively related to working hours, and students are willing to exchange time for remuneration. Academic performance is directly related to salary expectations, and those with high achievement expect higher salaries. Students who study hard have higher salary expectations. Student expectations are different from those of the market. Background factors such as gender, age, and education also affect salary expectations. Those who are willing to work longer expect higher salaries. Those who have high achievements and study abroad can expect higher salaries. But for limitations and future, the limitation of this study is that the number of samples is small, only 41, and only a single school, and so it will become a limited 3%. In the future, the sample can be expanded to cover more electrical students, and factors such as license and internship can be discussed, and even long-term tracking can be carried out. This is all my presentation. Thank you for this.
I have a question for you. So what do you think is the average salary of electrical engineer in Taiwan? What do you think is the average salary in Taiwan for electrical engineers? I'm Irene.
In my idea, the average salary of electrical engineer in Taiwan are maybe 1,500 to 1,600 NT dollar.
Any question?
When you after graduation, if you can choose work in Taiwan or go abroad, which one you choose? I think I will choose go to Hong Kong, and because I heard that Hong Kong is place, and even I can speak the Cantonese, so I can speak the local for communication easy. And for the salary of Hong Kong, I search on the internet. I I searched that for engineer in Hong Kong, it will be like 1,800 to 2,500 Hong Kong dollar. Something like if you change to Taiwan dollar, it will be maybe 1,700 to 100 NT dollar.
One more question?
So did you face any problems during the research?
The problem during the research, I think the biggest problem is that in this, I think the sample is too small, just only 41. So I can't think that this is a very can be referenced 不能代表全部的电气者。Sorry, I can't say.
Hello, I'm Benjamin, and on the X side, the Taiwan, I think it's easy to have 40,000 per month salary for the first job. So do you think is the data accurate, or is there any mistake for this data that we can refer?
You mean this data may be wrong, right? So your question is that the basic salary is not 1,400 and
1,400 what?
1,400 NT dollars.
For what? What period of time? For this mistake, I think during the research, sometime you will sometime maybe those people to enter the data he or she just enter by just he or she didn't think a lot, just answer. You know what I say. So I think during the research, sometime you will make this mistake. So I can't clear to answer is this picture or it is wrong. So that is my answer.
Thank you. Now let's.
Oh, just one comment. In order for a foreigner to get a visa to work here in Taiwan, the minimum salary is $52,000. So any of the so the minimum salary for a immigrant worker working in electronics is $52,000 to get a job. So obviously, a local you need to be an electrical engineer will be getting a higher salary than $52,000 per month.乌万块是最小的可以拿到台湾的签证或者在这里工作，所以你看你从外国人在这里工作都是5万到7万块， so 台湾人应该比较高了。Okay, so I think Taiwanese people must be higher than that if foreigners are minimum 50,000 up to around 70,000. Even those who don't have skills. So Taiwanese must be higher than that. Okay, sorry.
Okay, thank you. Now let's welcome the next speaker, Sean Shi Yuan.
Give me a minute. I want to start with this.
So, good afternoon. Okay, good afternoon, everyone. My name is John, and I'm going to present about academic self-efficacy and GPA in an Asian university context, and focusing the roles of peer influence, anxiety, and language background. So, I'm John. My collaborators are Evander and Irene. My affiliation is interpreting the findings and wrote the discussion and conclusion sections. So let's start on into outline. So firstly, outline is the introduction on research background. So I'm going to be introducing about the topic I'm going to introduce to talk about, and also why does it really matter to it. And the second of all is the experimental techniques that I use. So like how the survey works, or how many participants and stuff like that, and any few key clues. So thirdly is the key research results. So I'll be using graphs to demonstrating the results to show to you guys. And the fourthly is conclusion and the importance on this topic and how this technology and future work questions. So next, the start off is that academic pressure in Asian universities. So basically, in Asia, we have a very highly competitive and high stress study environment. What is the reason? The reason is because mainly we see having a good academic performance and high GPA connects to success. Basically, that's how we see it. So, and having this too is another reason of having this academic environment is peer comparison. Means that your parents will affect you, the environment you're in, the people, the students. Like, are they hardworking or are they just like are doing nothing or something? And also we have academic stress. So the academic success is usually influenced by psychological and social factors. Next is why does this research matter? So why does it matter? Academic success does not equally includes only intelligence. Includes other factors such as at front we said about peer comparison, the confidence, and environmental issues. So mental well-being also affects learning, and confidence influence performance and other areas. And language barrier impacts students, especially for international students that we have in this participation. And universities need better student support. So this research can also support on schools through how build systems to make students more adapt to the current situation in study. So psychological and social factors shape academic success. So what is okay? We're starting to the main point here. Okay, so what is a academic self-efficacy? Okay, so it's ASE. It refers to as a belief in your ability to have this academic ability. And when you're having this belief, you're gonna have confidence in learning. And if you have good persistence, you have to good persistence would make you be better at facing daily challenges, and motivation that is likely to make you push forward every day. So a good ASE is basically
is for core elements. So academic performance is not only determined by intelligence alone, but also this other four elements and also others, including like also environment and stuff like that. So our research questions and hypothesis is, does ASE really relate to GPA? ASE is just like at the front we said about your belief, your confidence, and your consistency throughout the day and your motivation. And also does peer influence matter? What is peer? Peer is the students, the classmates, the environment you're in, the anxiety, and next is, does anxiety affect performance? Is anxiety a good boost to your performance, your academic performance, or is it a debuff? And the next one is, does language background matter? Of course, everybody knows this question. So next we have the experimental design. So like the process is like this. We ask the university students, and mainly all of them are Asian universities from Asia, and we use online survey, and we have online survey inside. We have psychological variables that we would ask the participants, and we get the data, we manage it, and we have the statistical analysis. So the participants in our research is 40 students, and we have 14 international students and 26 local students. That means is that international is around 35% and local is around 65%. And majority of them is STEM students. STEM means that basically it's mainly like kind of engineering and stuff like that. So the survey method we use is Google Form. Okay, 7-point Likert scale. If anybody doesn't know about 7-point Likert scale, it means that ranks from strongly disagree, okay, agree to strongly agree, to 7 points of ranking. And psychological variables including academic self-efficacy. This is the stuff I will ask the participants, like how is their ASE, their anxiety, their resilience and peer influence, and also their GPA. So next is we are going to talk about the variables and data analysis. So we have all these five, right? Academic, ASE, peer, anxiety, resilience, and GPA. And after we manage the data, we use the Pearson correlation analysis. Is just one of the analysis used here, and then we have the result. Also here we're gonna go talk about the result. The result. And this graph is about relationship between the academic self-efficacy and GPA. So you can see in the x-axis we have the GPA from 2.0 to 4.0. Okay, you can see about that. And the y-axis is the ASE score. So if you have a high ASE score, right, it basically means that you have a higher GPA because you're confident, you believe in your studies, you're consistent, and your motivation is better. So we have a positive correlation that is 0.54, and you see the red dots, those are the participants, you can see. And in seeing this graph, you can see a higher ASE means usually correlates, not directly correlates, it correlates to a higher GPA. So yeah, next is peer influence and anxiety and resilience. So this part is pretty cool, to be honest. Like, what we have here is like ASE, anxiety, resilience, peer, and GPA, and then 5 to test it out. So what we have here is, firstly, the most cool part is you can see at here ASE, peer, and GPA. We can see that they have a higher rating. It means that they're more correlated. So if you have a higher ASE or if you have a higher peer, you basically have a higher ASE. If you have a higher GPA or you have a higher ASE, it's directly correlated. And another thing we should see is that anxiety is strongly negative to resilience. You can see on the chart, the second bar, that is 0.72. So it means that what you can see here is when you have a high anxiety, usually your resilience is low because that's how it works. If you have a high resilience, you don't feel anything. You're tough. You're not afraid uh, of stuff going on. You know. And what we can see here also is that if you anxiety, we can see with GPA is not really super correlated and doesn't really directly affect it. So next one is language background and ASE. So what we have here is that we have natives we have the x-axis, we have natives and non-natives. Y-axis is about ASE. So usually people that are native speakers, they tend to have a higher ASE because that's their native language. They learn much faster than non-native languages because why? Non-native languages have to go through the language barrier. They have more misunderstanding and they have more obstacles in the way. So basically, they're much harder to be going through that. And what we can see here is the comparison of ASE anxiety between domestic and international students. So we have in the x-axis is academic self-efficacy, and the right side is test anxiety. Black one represents domestic students, and the gray bar represents international students. So you can see that international students have a higher ASE, but also has a higher anxiety. Why? Because they come here basically is just survival mode, not like local students, right? So this is a cool correlation we can see about. And here comes the conclusion is that higher ASE linked to higher GPA. That is true because ASE tends to have confidence, your belief, your motivation, and your the other one I forgot what's about it. The second one is peer influence, strength, confidence. So peer influence is yes, you have good peer influence. You're gonna have a better confidence. If you see your teammates, if you see your classmates doing well, you want to do better with them. So it's called social modeling. Anxiety, reduced resilience, language background affects ASE, and international students also shows a high stress. So at the end, academic success involves psychological and social factors. Okay, that's it.
How would you describe the education? So, do you think it is feasible or do you think it is too much stressful?
You mean the school that gives the students the work and stuff like that? To be honest, in Taiwan compared to other countries, I think we're already like lucky already. To be honest, right? Because you compare it to China, bro. They're China. Compared to Japan, they're way more harder, working harder than us. What about South Korea? They're also doing way harder than us. What I remember. So I think right now it also kind of depends on what you're majoring, right? Like if you're in probably in a business major, probably you're gonna do less stuff than an engineering major. But for me to answer your question, I think there's not really much to complain about. Yeah. You mean what do I have any problems on doing the survey? I gotta quite be honest. Mainly the work is Evander and Irene. They did a very great job, to be honest. But I also did a conclusion and stuff like that and translations. There's not really much hard part to do, so it's okay.
Now let's welcome our next speaker, Jenny Chen Zhishen. So, hello everyone, my name is Jenny. So, today I want to talk about our research. Beyond better grades, the hidden cognitive cost of AI among Gen Z university students. So, this study explores how generative AI tools such as ChatGPT and Gemini are changing university students' learning experiences, academic performance, and critical thinking habits. So we will discuss both positive benefits and potential risks for AI-assisted learning in higher education. So there are some other three members in our group, Harry, Jay, and Benji. So our presentation is divided into 6 parts. First, I will discuss how AI is changing student learning today. And next, I will explain our research motivation and some research questions. And next, I will explain the key concepts and methodology. And then the AI usage pattern among students. After that, I will analyze students' AI usage patterns and present our major findings. Finally, I will do a discussion in the future direction. So AI is changing how students learn. Today, AI tools have become part of students' daily academic lives. So students will use AI in their assignments, coding, research, and even report writing. So AI has become a really huge part in our academic life. So many students use AI almost every day, and it provides fast answers and improves efficiency. But however, AI, there's also raised an important question. Does AI improve learning or replace independent thinking? So this question becomes the starting point of our research. So why did we conduct this research? The main motivation is because AI usage among university students has increased rapidly. Students can now complete tasks faster and access information more easily through AI tools. However, we can also notice that there are many emerging concerns, such as students may become overly dependent on AI, and also some universities still lack clear AI guidance, so students can't really know how to use AI. And as a result, we wanted to understand both the benefits and the risk of AI-assisted learning. And next, I'm going to talk about our research questions. First, how frequently do university students use AI tools? Second, does AI improve academic performance? Third, does AI reduce critical thinking engagement? And finally, do students want clearer institutional AI policies? And then there's the hypothesis. Our hypothesis was that AI improves efficiency, but excessive reliance may weaken independent thinking and independent learning and critical thinking. So now I'm going to talk about the key concept behind the study. Our study is based on 3 important concepts. The first one is cognitive load theory. This theory suggests that AI can reduce students' workload, but it may also reduce deep understanding. The second concept is the dependency paradox. Students gain efficiency and convenience, but they may also lose independent problem-solving ability over time. And the last concept is integrity gap. Many students are unsure about ethical AI usage and academic boundaries. So, together, these three concepts explain how AI convenience may eventually lead to reduced cognitive effect and possible dependency. And now I'm going to talk about the research methodology. For this study, we conduct a Google form involving 41 participants, and the survey was designed based on the technology acceptance model. Also, we collect data about AI usage frequency, academic impact, and critical thinking impact. Then we analyze the responses to identify patterns and trends. And here's the participant demographics. This slide shows the demographic of our participants. About 77.5% of participants were engineering students, and most respondents came from technical backgrounds. The survey mainly reflects students in AI-intensive coursework. So we can see that the number one is engineering students. And here's the AI usage pattern among students. So we first see the left-hand side. The first graph, we can see that most of the students use AI daily, like they use every day. And then the second one is the popular AI tools mentions. And we mentioned many different AI tools, and most of the students choose to use ChatGPT. And the third graph is about the impact on critical thinking. And most of the students choose all of the above. So they choose the research, assignments, exam preparation, coding, and writing reports. And the last one is how long since they use AI. And most of the students already use AI over 1 year. So after seeing these four graphs, we can know that AI is no longer just a helper. It has become a big part of students' academic workflow. And here's the AI improvement academic performance. So we can start see from the blue bar in the left-hand side. 72.5% of students reported improvement academic performance. And those students mentioned that because AI can do faster task completion, easier access to information, increase productivity, and improve assignment efficiency. So we can know that AI functions as a powerful academic efficiency engine. And now let's see the dependency paradox. We can see in the middle, the red bar. It shows that 46.2% of students reported reduced critical thinking engagement. And those students mentioned that it can reduce independent problem solving effect. And many students rely heavily on AI-generated answers, which will weaken their deeper conceptual understanding. So previously we mentioned that AI can improve the efficiency, but they also mentioned that the higher efficiency may come at the cost of independent thinking. So if you use too many AI, you cannot have the same independent thinking before. And the last one is the integrity gap. You can see in the right-hand side, the yellow bar, it shows that 55% of students requested clearer AI guidelines. Because many students mentioned that the school, they are uncertain about ethical AI usage, AI detection systems are unreliable nowadays. And then the demand for institutional guidelines and AI literacy education are lack in the universities. So we think that university must adapt to the growing presence of AI in education. And now is the discussion and future direction part. So in the discussion, we can see that there are so many challenges in education. The balancing efficiency and independent thinking is the biggest part, and then preventing over dependence on AI. And I think education should redesign the assignment for students. And then the future direction, AI literacy in education, prompt in engineering training, and more interactive and problem-solving based learning. So we think that AI should support learning, not replace human thinking. So in a conclusion, to conclude, our research shows that AI significantly improves academic efficiency. However, excess dependency on AI may weaken critical thinking and independent learning abilities. At the same time, universities need clearer AI policies and better educational adaptation strategies. And we believe that the future education is not AI versus human, but how humans learn with AI. Thank you for listening. Okay, we have I think it depends on how you use AI. If you use use it every day for your homework, then you cannot learn anything from your school. But if you are searching for other knowledge, then you can gain, and it will be a best thing to do.
In your presentation, you say a lot of AI tools can help us. So what kind of things can be replaced? You know what I mean? That's what kind of thing it can be replacing our life.
I think maybe data collection and analysis, because originally we just calculate by ourselves, but right now we can use AI, and maybe they can. We don't need people to do that anymore.
I'm Hauser. Can you explain what's the dependency paradox?
It's like a dilemma, because everything can have two sides. Like it can have benefits and also have the negative impact. Like such as AI, it can improve the efficiency, but also cause the reduction of your critical thinking. So paradox, like everything has two sides, and you have to.
Hello, Alison. Which AI tools you are the most suggest?
I suggest ChatGPT because that's the only AI I use.
Use Claude.
Due to time limitation, so we'll move on to the next speaker, Sean Wang Wenchen. Wang Xingyuan.
name is Sean, and I'm from Renzi University Bachelor of Science in English, School of Electrical Engineering and Communication. My group members are Eddie, Constantine, and Suna. Today I'll be talking about, my topic is getting a better degree means higher salary. This is the table of content. Introduction. So, higher education is often promoted as the pathway to better career opportunities and higher income. Because of this belief, many students invest large amount of time, money, and effort into earning a university degree. But however, despite the expected benefits, many students still experience stress, dissatisfaction, academic burnout, and uncertainty about their future. This contradiction became the starting point of our research. We wanted to understand whether higher salary expectation actually match students' real experiences. So, hypothesis. Our hypothesis is higher education is connected to better earning potential, but financial rewards alone are not enough to guarantee student success or satisfaction. We believe there are several additional factors affecting student experience, including academic pressure, workload, interest alignment, mental health, and institutional support. So our research mainly focuses on one central question. If higher education truly leads to better salary opportunities, why are so many students still dissatisfied or considering changing majors? Uh, so our research objective has four major objectives. First, we wanted to investigate whether students believe higher education leads to higher salary. And second, we aim to identify factors influencing student satisfaction beyond salary expectations. Third, we examine the gap between the salary promise and student reality. Fourth, uh, we wanted to determine what kind of support system students need in order to successfully achieve the benefit of higher education. Uh, Research methodology. To conduct this research, we designed an online survey involving 42 undergraduate students from Renzi University, mainly from the School of Electrical Engineering and Communication. The survey combined both quantitative and qualitative questions. We collected data related to satisfaction levels, academic stress, workload, motivation, career concerns, and thought about changing majors. The purpose was not only to measure student opinions, but also to understand the deeper reason behind student dissatisfaction. After gathering responses, we analyzed common trends and recurring issues among participants. So the key research finding. The salary promise. Does higher education deliver? One of the most important findings in our research is the contradiction between financial expectation and student experience. Most students agree that higher education improves future salary opportunities. However, despite recognizing this financial value, many students will still reported dissatisfaction with their academic experience. In fact, 59.5 59.5 of students stated that they had considered changing majors.
This result suggests that salary potential alone is not enough to maintain student motivations. Students also care deeply about personal interests, emotional well-being, manageable workload, and career clarity. This finding became one of the strongest conclusions in our study. Uh, this chart shows the satisfaction distribution among participants. The majority of students selected level 3 satisfaction, meaning moderate satisfaction. Only a small number reported very high satisfaction levels. This tells us something important. Although students recognize the benefit of higher education, many students are not fully satisfied or confident in their current situation. The result indicate that a student may accept the value of education financially while still struggling emotionally or academically. This supports our hypothesis that salary benefits alone cannot guarantee a positive university experience. Major change consideration. Another important research result is that 59.5% of students consider changing majors. The percentage is surprisingly high. The server identifies several major reasons behind this decision: heavy academic pressure, unclear career directions, uh, difficult coursework, and loss of motivation. Uh, Many students enter university without fully understanding their major or future career path. As academic demand increase, students begin questioning whether their major truly matches their interests and abilities. The finding highlights the importance of proper career guidance before students select their field of study. The key challenges student faces. The research identifies several major challenges affecting student satisfaction. The biggest challenge was heavy workload, reported by 55% of students. This indicates a mismatch between student personal interest and their academic field. Another significant challenge is included difficult understanding lessons and stress and anxiety and insufficient academic guidance. These findings are extremely important because they show that dissatisfaction is not caused by financial concerns. Instead, daily academic and emotional struggles have a much stronger impact on students' well-being. Uh, the earning gap. Our research also identified what we call earning gaps. Students clearly understand that higher education can improve earning potential. However, many students simultaneously experience stress, low motivation, dissatisfaction, and uncertainty about their future. This creates a disconnect between the promise of higher salary and the reality of student life. In other words, future financial rewards do not automatically translate into present satisfaction or academic success. This finding is one of the core conclusions of our study. The benefits and challenges. Our research confirms that higher education still provides many advantages. These include better career opportunities, higher earning potential, stronger job security, and long-term financial mobility. However, students also face serious challenges such as academic burnout, emotional stress, and mental health issues. Therefore, the issue is not whether higher education has value. The real issue is whether students receive enough support to successfully overcome their barriers. Discussion and interpretation. After analyzing all survey results, we found several critical patterns. First, students who lack interest in their major are much more likely to experience dissatisfaction and consider changing fields. Second, workload pressure significantly affects both motivation, and mental health. Third, many students feel they do not receive enough academic or career guidance from universities. These findings suggest that success in higher education depends not only on financial outcomes, but also emotional well-being, learning experiences, and alignment between interest and career goals. This means universities should not focus only on academic performance, but also on student support system. Recommendations. Based on our findings, we developed several recommendations for universities. Improve career counseling systems, provide stronger mental health support, optimize course workload, and improve teaching quality. For students, explore its personal interest carefully before choosing majors. Seek academic support early, and develop better time management skills. These improvements may help students achieve both academic success and long-term career satisfaction. Is higher degree worth it? The answer is yes. A higher degree can deliver strong financial ROI over time through higher earning, greater stability, and more opportunity. However, our research showed that university must address the barriers we identify to ensure students can actually achieve these earning benefits. Conclusion. To conclude, our research confirms that higher education is strongly connected to better salary opportunities. And again, however, financial benefits alone are not enough to guarantee student satisfaction or success. Students also need to manageable workload, emotional support, clear career direction, and alignment between their interests and studies. Only when these factors are balanced can higher education truly fulfill its promise. Thank you for listening.
Alright, name is Doug. And so you surveyed 42 people, and you had that section with the satisfaction, right? The course satisfaction. I was kind of curious, what was did you see any discrepancy? Like, did satisfaction improve as you go from first year, second year, third year to fourth years? People usually change their majors during the first or second year. But those are the people who cannot commit to changing because they spent too much time already, right? So you would see a sort of the higher the grade, the lower the satisfaction for people who did not change early on. Okay, thank you. Hello, I'm Vincent. I want to ask, what is the most challenging part do you think to pursue a more higher education level? Yes.
To get higher education, probably, because let's be honest, NG University is not that like at the top. So maybe the hardest part is where when every one of us needs to lock in, uh, at probably fourth grade, where we have to uh, like uh, do the test for masters. Lower education leads to
lower salary. Like I said, there are many factors to this. I like for 90s, I do think that there's still a lot of chance for if you have a low salary, you still have a lot of chance to be get a very high salary. But at this period of time, I really do think that higher education, like have a higher chance to have higher salary.
Any other questions? Okay, if there is no more questions, the session 4 will end here. Thank you.
Alright, so that's basic, please start talk, so please go on the portal, there's a link to the Google survey form. Please enter into the Google survey form, mark your mark, and fill out the questions, okay? So please do that, and then I will come back. I will also try to enter my marks, I'm gonna sum up your marks, and then I will come back to give you an idea of how well you did, okay? So we'll meet again, whatever time it is. What time does it say, Doug?
It's 3:49, 3:50 right now.
So it should be hopefully 4 o'clock, right?
Yeah, 10 minutes.
If everybody gets stuff typed in on time.
Nobody leave, just 10 minutes. Okay? Evaluation.
Session talk 1. 10 minutes.
我们要了解你的宿舍生活。我没有那个实力台。
照面貌，是的，是的。
为什么要规定你们4点去洗手？因为我们4点就可以走了，他没有回来。我不知道你们几点才可以走，但是那我是说就10分钟，然后是10分钟起表。我们等下去门口堵你。可以。那你为什么不现在讲？他不理我。你要分享吗？谁哦？
这有好有坏。
那我挺坏，那我挺坏，你这样解释跟爱丽丝她当初跟他交往的解释差不多。
有机会。
他其实长得不差啦。
长得不差，
他一开始跟我们说，可是我觉得他有些角度蛮帅的啊。然后他现在每天都在说，我觉得好帅。对啊。
人文医疗都是最后。
去上厕所了。
但是有点，大概有点。
我先跑了。
真好了。他还有去吗？又去吗？上一班有课，又聊合同吗？他有点名的。第一节点的。
真的。
法拉利。
他是谁？我。你靠背还学弟。
我看看摸索。
才都是凌晨节。没有，就是你现在就是要给他一个例子。
像什么？不会啊 ，Paper Race 里面有一个蛮帅的。这个中年大叔哎，中年大叔，这个真的。没有，你不是动漫系的。有没有看过？
看过最短还是短看？
都爱看。是不是会看？没有让我来，这样，我给你打。
我都听不到没？
操你啊！不然我在不想讲。
小 K。
对啊，奇怪。
我给川姐10分啊。
大家都给川姐，我也给川姐。
他再不来就真的我
骗他说他得钱，然后他少笔钱，少赚1000块。好，他应该去查。但是一致的，放学第一次。
学习。
就是高中
你要任由他这样炫耀，
这个
你要任由他这样摆，你的实力就在这，他炫耀就是。
这就跟沃飞不要200一样。每个礼拜都会回家。你学课有空地学那种。我礼拜5学课。莫汉说他莫汉，然后我去问了，他说他什么意思？但他是配力啊，但是他配力
你才个人
我3个了，Yeah, for the goal, and you for Indian people. 召唤他这个，我看到。对啊。其实我觉得，这会变角色。然后我老弟那边。Or just go around and down. Like much work. Probably the 你要受不了，关了自己，关注自己的。Oh, was it? My friend. 而且他是有游戏抽象。They don't see and changes. Yeah.我觉得很好，这是周周，我那时候刚好约我周周，靠我那我他现在其实我在他们但他没有跳到，但是就很爽。打进在一块，应该说他可以打到我6个，我也如果也没有，那你跟我一样。我觉得还不错啊。比较难就有差速的，我要先回家骑车过来，你要伸展，要有点干，想回家。看他等一下是不是死？超专业，Yeah, that's it.
No, one second.
Thank you. Okay. Okay. All right, let's come back. Okay, Dustin, start. Yeah, I think, yeah, we'll put up. Okay. let's come back again. Okay, so there's a couple of things couple of finer things we need to do. So we have one, according to school, for the school we need to have one more class, and that class has to be the last week of the term. So we will have one more class in week 18. Okay, so we will not see you again until week 18, for this class at least. And for week 18, each person will need to do a 60-second PowerPoint presentation. 60 seconds. Actually, it's basically almost no marks, but we have to do it for school requirements. Okay? So, and it should be, what you need to say is, you need to say, basically, it can be on, well, I'll write about that anyway, so it'll be feedback. Okay, so, all right, so the next thing so that's one thing. Second thing is, this is not completing marking, but what I want you can see where I've got these lines down. For example, I'll try to give you one example that's easy to see clear. Okay, this is the way I mark, and it doesn't exactly give you an exact mark, but it does tell you where you are good. So if the line is on this side, that's good. If the line's over here, that's bad. Okay, so it'll tell you basically, if I see, my line on this section is very low, that means that's a problem I had in my presentation. If the line's on the far right, yes, that means it's not a problem on the presentation. Okay? So, yeah, you can go look at your sheet. Please don't take them home. I got to enter your marks. Don't go walking off with it. We've had people do that before, and they wonder why they got 0 on the course. Because they took it home and then they lost it, of all things. Good grief. All right, so please don't do that. Okay, so next, I want to quickly go through so you know what people wrote. What did you hate, not like about the course? And what did people like about the course? Okay, I think that's kind of cool to see what people like and what they dislike. Okay, so for hate, okay, it's on Saturday. The date of the presentation, fair enough. Maybe start at 9 a.m. Okay, too early. Okay, got that. No, sometimes the course focuses too much on theory. Okay, all right. More interactive. Okay, none. Okay. Some topics are too general. Okay, fair. Spend a whole Saturday. Oh no, should be normal class time. Okay, fair. Okay, that's not those things aren't useful. No. The order is very straightforward. Okay, never mind. Okay, no. Forgot the word in English. What can I do about that? I can't do anything about you forgetting a word in English. No. Okay, I didn't like the way my session was chaired. Okay, fair. All right, okay. What do people like? That's the second issue. Lesson through experience. It was fun to work on? Huh? Okay, sure. Okay, listen to different people's opinions. Yeah, I think that's fun. I like to hear different people's ideas. No, I didn't like anything. You hated the whole course? Okay, that's nice. Okay. What? Was that over there? Oh, that was Sean? Okay, fair enough. Okay. Oh, okay. I think it's a great competition. Okay. Different perspective of Taiwanese food. Okay. So someone likes food. Confidence in speaking English. Okay, good. Seeing everyone make a presentation is fun. Okay, great. Like learning to present research. Good. Improve English. Helpful. Future. Yeah, she actually should be English learning. Okay. Funny and very useful. Can practice English. Learned a lot about how to do sound good. Yeah, hopefully you've learned something about doing scientific research. Like the course. Okay, fair enough. Everyone was participating. That's good. Everyone got forced to participate. Okay, someone likes food. All right. Okay, got that. Okay. Confidence in presenting. Listen to others' opinions. Great. Learn me to think about good scientific presentation is. Okay. All right. Getting a chance to present work. Formal, good. Hopefully useful. Okay. I think that should be it. All right. Stop presentations. Okay. So summed up your guys' marks and also summed up my marks. And so I now have presentation ranked from 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so we'll basically the first fourth place presentations will come up and I'll shoot their hands so you can thank them. One on the left is the student choice. The one on the right is my order. Okay? Alright, so let's start with the up for students and teachers. Okay? First, number 4 is students chose Irene for the 4th top presentation, and I thought Benji was the 4th top one. Okay, so alright, so please come forward. You can shake your hand. Okay, alright, you can shake your hand. Congratulations. Okay, third top presentation from students. It was Harry, and I thought Jameson's was the third top presentation. Okay, so Harry and Jameson, please come forward. Congratulations, Harry, and congratulations, Jameson. Okay. I know. Okay. Well, how do you want your voice? Alright. Okay. Presentation number 2. Student's choice was handshake. My choice was handshake. So handshake is the forward and handshake is the forward. So something we agreed on. You guys need both agree on something. Okay. Congratulations. Handshake. Make sure. Okay. Good. All right. Thank you. And top presentations. Students in Trevor, and I said, no, that should be Harry. Sorry, my mistake. Harry. I thought Harry did the best presentation, and students thought Trevor did. Okay, so please come forward, Trevor and Harry. Good job. Okay, I just gotta change this thing before I was in school, because school is not what's going on here. What did I say? Harry. Yes, right there. Okay. Trevor and Harry. Okay, great. Okay, good. And this time I'm gonna shake hands with Harry. I mean, not Trevor. Trevor in this picture. Okay. Good. Okay. Thank you very much, and we'll see you in week 18. Okay. Bye bye. Thank you.
Wait, don't leave. Don't leave.
Everybody group it. That's right. You gotta hold that thing. Sorry. Okay.
知道我有放个东西哦。哎，这个不是要收回去吗？
不用吧？
等下拿垃圾桶丢。
So we will go to the stairs outside, and we're going up the stairs to the middle of building 7. Okay? After you graduate, go to the main first. Okay?
那你们自己分说，我去看一下。我来这边一天我饿死，然后全部都 AI， 这波我真的。上面有。还是他自己加5个那个。Alright guys, move the outside of the stairs. We're gonna go do a group photo. Don't eat the call. 拍照啊，我要跟饼干拍照。What do I do with my sky? What about this, Professor? What do I do with this? The book.
The booklet, you keep it, it's yours. I don't need the booklet anymore, you've already typed everything in.
What about all these books back here? I don't want books anymore. No, I've already typed it. Right? Yeah, take it, yeah. Paul, Hank. Did you take your book or did you leave it here, guys? Please take the book with, oh, you have it? Okay.
Yeah,
Okay, good, okay. I have too many of them left here. I just need to mark each. Okay. Yeah, this issue, you're talking about the local students, but there's nothing here about local or it's all together, right? So if you wanted to try to show that, that would have been a very good thing to show you, where they had it to, comparisons, like, cafeteria, something called local, you know, and it's local versus national, that would be really good. Because one of the key points is that there's a difference between how they like to be on campus and stuff, right? So this sort of graph will show you that there's a few ways you can do that. Versus on campus. Right, so you might want to first overall, the majority of students prefer. So with a more higher, you might want to just break down.
I really respect you managed to properly because I keep forgetting to turn on the
Yeah, very good together.
Hold on, we're gonna turn it off.
Yeah, I work very.
Oh man. Okay.